A man will share something with us that's revealing, that exposes him in some way. And our instincts, or so our most primitive status instincts, which are herd and pack instincts, will be to go share that intimate thing with other people in order to show how special we are, that intimate thing was shared with us.
Which would elevate us in other people's...
Elevate our status, that this man told us that.
Fellas, I keep telling you, the woman's language isn't emotion, the woman's language is power. If you want to learn how to speak to the woman, you must master the language of power, because power is always felt emotionally. You incorrectly think the woman's language is emotion because the woman is emotional. Everything the woman does is through the lens of power, and everything she communicates is through the language of power or powerlessness. Understanding this is crucial because when you do, you will understand what the woman is trying to achieve every time she communicates. Verbal communication makes up 10% of our overall communication. As human beings, we've been communicating for hundreds of thousands of years, and it hasn't been through words. So understand when words are coming out of the woman's mouth, understand what she's trying to achieve. The woman is always trying to obtain something, achieve something through perception. So, for example, with this video, the woman is trying to increase her social status, her power in the eyes of others by being in the know. Being in the know is a form of power to the woman and women in general. This is one of the reasons why gossip is so crucial to the woman. Think about how popular magazines and celebrity news is amongst women. Think about how upset women get when something in the family happens and they are the last person to know, when they are not in the know. They literally feel low value, powerless, unworthy, not good enough by being the last to find out about something. This makes them feel out group, not in group. Because of this and other reasons, the woman does not value or practice respect or privacy. It is simply not a higher value for women, and they do not have much of a need to practice this in their world. And as a man, you must seriously understand the ramifications of this and the destructive reality of this. As a man, if you are unable to have real value-driven boundaries with the woman in order to protect your values from being desecrated by the women around you, then not only will you betray yourself, but the women will also betray you for betraying yourself, which is something she does and a weak does, not something the man she should be investing in and submitting to does, not something the strong does. A lot of you guys get at me saying, oh, it shouldn't be this deep. But it is this deep because you guys don't bloody understand what is happening in front of you. Your life is a lie. You've been conditioned and indoctrinated to think incorrectly and to perceive things in the wrong ways. So here I am, doing God's work, doing quantum physics, trying to untangle your false reality for you. I'm going to focus this video around boundaries and other things. Your boundaries are so important. The women are constantly communicating to you just how important your boundaries are. What you need to understand, your boundaries exist for a reason. It's not to hide yourself from the world and protect your vulnerabilities. Your boundaries reflect how you protect the things you value, the things you love, the things that give you meaning, the things that give you joy in this life. And if you don't have strong boundaries for the things you love, then the woman knows that you don't have a safe space for her. And if she was to be loved by you, you wouldn't be able to protect her, fellas. Your boundaries overextend onto the woman. So it's so important, it's so crucial that you actually have values. Value-driven boundaries, not emotionally driven boundaries. Boundaries that protect your values, not boundaries that protect your emotions, your vulnerable emotions that you haven't exposed yourself to yet. So you are unwilling to expose these onto the world, if that makes sense. Fellas, we're going to get into this video. I hope you enjoy it.
A man will share something with us that's revealing, that exposes him in some way. And our instincts, or so our most primitive status instincts, which are herd and pack instincts, will be to go share that intimate thing with other people in order to show how special we are, that intimate thing was shared with us.
Which would elevate us in other people's...
Elevate our status, that this man told us that, and or we were there for it, we saw this, we were present to it. So that would elevate our status. Well, what I didn't know for the longest time, and most women don't, is that is a betrayal to him.
So fellas, you got to understand, right? We will listen to that and be like, duh, do you not know what a betrayal is? That's literally the definition of a betrayal. But the woman doesn't, fellas. She doesn't. I keep trying to explain to you that female psychology is different from male psychology. You need to understand, in modern society, the woman really, really pretends to be a man. She pretends to be similar to a man. That's the reason why so much work has been done to communicate and convince you men that the women are the same to you. So you think she's similar to you when she's not. She doesn't understand simple concepts, simple higher values. They lie to you to make you believe that the woman is value driven like you are when she's not. She's driven by her emotions. So she's driven by power, fellas. Please understand that the things women say you are is a projection. You aren't actually the things the woman says you are. Who you are is a projection of the things the woman lies about herself, fellas. The masculine is strong, so he provides and protects things, aka love. The woman is weak, so she seeks shelter, aka power. But let's get back into it.
I told you. I did not tell your mother, your sister, your best friend.
It's dishonoring to them. They perceive it as dishonoring.
Well,
or more of a betrayal.
It's even more than that.
Even there, the woman says, oh, so he perceives it as dishonoring. It is dishonoring. It is a betrayal. But the woman's psychology is different from ours. She's nothing like us, fellas. This is the reason why your boundaries are so important. The woman reacts to strength, to power. She's emotional, so she views the world through the lens of power. She seeks power and she submits to power. This is the only way she knows how to operate in this life. This is the reason why if you like her, she's going to perceive it as you are chasing her. And if she likes you, she's going to perceive it as she is chasing you. You are pursuing her. She's pursuing you. You are controlling her. She's controlling you. She's dominating you. You're dominating her. Everything is viewed through the lens of power. She's not a man. She doesn't have higher value. She's not value driven. She doesn't practice values. So the only way that she knows how to act correctly to a man is by feeling the strength of his power. The woman submits to will, not logic. I'll say that again. The woman submits to will, not logic. She conforms or she doesn't conform. The woman is a subjective being. She's not an objective being. I've said this to you guys so many times. So everything is just perception and feelings in the woman's world. So we cannot moan, we cannot complain, we cannot sit in a dark room hoping that the world is going to be different, hoping that the tree grows different, hoping that the woman could be different when she's not. This is the design of the woman. So for you as a man, you simply need to have your boundaries, and they must be value-driven boundaries. We'll get into this.
Treat everyone like they're wearing a wire. It's going to save you in the long run. Just treat everyone like they're gathering evidence against you, because if you don't, they're going to start spreading everything that you've said to them to other people. And I know a lot of people, they say they're trustworthy. They swear up and down, I won't tell anyone. And then all of a sudden you're hearing from someone else the exact story that you just told, but that person wasn't involved at all. There's no dots to connect them to you. There's no reason that they should know that information. That's because people are wearing a wire, and then it's just going to end up being a lot of trouble for you, and you don't want to deal with that. And I'm not saying everybody's malicious when they're doing it, but that's what humans like to do. They like to repeat information. They like to share stories. and they accidentally leak things that they weren't supposed to say. And you don't have to be super paranoid about it, but if you don't want to give this information away because you're worried someone else is going to hear about it, then you shouldn't say it. Just keep it to yourself. Only tell the people that you really trust, because once you realize information travels fast, and it does travel fast, you start being careful about what you're saying. You're not talking crazy behind someone's back. You're not saying something that you don't actually mean, because you know what could happen. And life gets so much better when you realize what you're saying can get back to the source, and it probably will. It almost always does. So stop creating unnecessary problems for yourself and treat everyone like they're wearing a wire.
So for me personally, fellas, I don't view men like this. I have an inner circle where I have men who are trustworthy around me, and I'm incredibly sensitive to men who aren't trustworthy. And this is the reason why I don't like feminine men, so I have these tests and I have this vetting process when it comes to men being around me, because I want to be able to speak freely with the men who are around me. But when it comes to women, I treat women like they're wearing a wire because they are. And in my previous videos, I tried to explain to you guys that information is power and information is very important. A lot of you men have been conditioned and indoctrinated to just tell information because somebody else demands it, not understanding that this is a way to disempower you. And also, you're leaning into your compulsive desire to overshare and share information. I've told you guys that pathological lying comes from the same place as pathological truth telling, right? So this is actually a discipline that you're supposed to learn and a form of self-control that you're supposed to master. Information. And I'm going to go a step further as well, fellas. When it comes to your boundaries are there to protect the things you love and to protect the things that are important to you. Information needs to be there. Stop looking at information as truth and lies. All right? Look at it as information. What do you know? Are you the arbiter of truth and lies? No, you're not. So it's just information. Information is something you protect, just like anything else. Information, truth, and lies are power. Is power. Truths can regulate and dysregulate. Lies can regulate and dysregulate. It is powerful. Words are powerful. This world is run on information. So information is something that you should be protecting, not just giving away willy-nilly. And what you need to understand is the women that you're dealing with who perceive the world through power, they are respecting you and disrespecting you based on your respect for information. Is information easy to get from you, or is it hard? Are you powerful or are you weak? What you guys need to understand, right, is the powerful are very, very, very strategic with information. If you work in the government, information is classified. Somebody told me the reason why they started classifying information as strictly as it does if you work with the government is because the men were coming home and telling their missus stuff, and this stuff was being spread like wildfire. The woman is different from you, fellas. The woman understands information is power, but she's just going to use it to boost her power. She's just going to use it to disempower you, to have leverage over you, to destroy other people. Please understand, women don't destroy people through violence. She doesn't destroy people in the same ways we destroy people. Women destroy people through information, cancel culture, propaganda, narrative spinning, in-group, out-group. So information needs to be something that you respect, fellas, and it's in the boundaries, it's in your boundaries, something that people need to earn, something that people need to prove themselves to access. And making this slight change, tweaking this aspect of you, you will be seen as so powerful in the woman's eyes. Fellas, you gotta understand, when I'm dealing with women, a woman has never ever met somebody who handles information, truths, and lies in the ways that I do. They perceive it as incredibly powerful and incredibly masculine. I will tell them straight up that I will tell them what I believe they should know. Right? If you're in my good books, I will give you some truth. If you are in my bad books, I'm going to keep some truths away from you. And what's so funny about this, fellas, is the truth is, when they're in my bad books, I tell them the truth. And when they're in my good books, I tell them a lie. Because The truth dysregulates the woman and the lies regulate the woman. I've experienced multiple women, fellas. I've slept easily with over 100 women. I've dealt with more women than that. And one thing that has been consistently communicated to me is that women like lies and they don't like the truth. The lies regulate them and the truth dysregulates them. So actually the truth is, when you're in my bad books, I give you the truth. And when you're in my good books, I give them some lies that they like. Baby, you look sexy in both dresses, baby. Baby, you are the only person I've ever loved. Baby, I will never, ever look upon another woman in the same ways that I look upon you, baby. I've never looked upon a woman in the same ways I've looked upon you. I am not a little boy. You don't demand something from me. You earn something from me. I gift things to you. If you're a man and I respect you and I like you, you've proven something to me, I'm going to gift you some things. If you're a woman and I like you and I respect you, and you've proven some things to me, I'm going to gift some things to you. A lot of you men have nothing to gift a woman because you give everything away. You don't even understand what's powerful, so you're powerless. When it comes to your boundaries, fellas, all right? And I'm talking about this because I had a really good conversation with one of my clients. And you got to understand that there are two types of boundaries, and depending on the boundaries you erect will depend on how people react to you. You've got emotionally driven boundaries and you've got value driven boundaries. If your boundaries are erected for emotional reasons, they won't be respected and people will try to infringe on these things. You will be felt as powerless. You'll be felt as weak. If your boundaries are driven by values, then you'll be felt powerfully. People will be attracted to you. People will respect you. People will actually honor your boundaries. It depends why you erected them. Are you protecting your soft, weak vulnerabilities, or are you protecting the things that give you meaning, the things that are important to you, the things that give you joy in this life? If it's the former, you will sell out and you won't sacrifice yourself to protect it because ultimately you're just protecting your own weakness. All right, so they're not true boundaries, right? But if it's the latter, you won't sell out and you will die protecting these things. What you must understand is, as a man, you make God things before you make God the woman. I'll say that again. You make God things before you make God the woman. The woman wants to be loved the same way a man loves his favorite car, his favorite things. The woman sees the man and sees how passionate and protective he is of the things he loves, the way he oils his car, the way he shines his car, the way he loves things. One wants to be treated like that, protected like that. So your boundaries are very, very important. I said in my last video that your boundaries actually provide a woman with a safe space. That's a safe space she understands, maybe I can be vulnerable with this man here. So in turn, maybe I can be vulnerable with myself in this safe space that he provides. The woman who is always outsourcing things onto others most certainly outsources security, leadership, direction, and discipline onto the man. And if a man can provide these things to the woman, she feels safe enough to go inwards and work on herself, grow and develop herself. In turn, this means the woman can be vulnerable with the man, all right? But there's these tests and these trials of your boundaries. But the woman will not see your boundaries as safe if these boundaries have been erected to just protect the little boy in you that you don't want to be exposed into the world so you don't get aroused, offended, and triggered. No, your boundaries are there to protect the things you love. She's not interested in the boundaries of a sheep. She's interested in the boundaries of a shepherd who herds the sheep, loves the sheep, guides the sheep, teaches the sheep, grows the sheep. And she wants to be a sheep in your boundaries, the boundaries of a shepherd. The shepherd who cultivates his own values, who erects his own boundaries, who has his own morality, who lives his own life, his own higher calling. The shepherd who is fully autonomous. The shepherd whose farmland is full of flowers and produce that he's farmed, not weeds and plants planted there from other people who have planted their own shit into his own farmland. So it's very, very important that you guys understand the psychology of these things. As I said earlier, the woman responds to will. Conqueror's hacky, right? You're saying these things, but do you truly mean this? If I cross your boundaries, Will you break? Will you change your mind? Will you bend for me? Right? And if you don't, then okay, I believe you. But if you do, then I don't believe the words that are coming out of your mouth. You are obviously performing something. Your boundaries aren't real. And if your boundaries aren't real, then you can't provide something for me in those boundaries. The woman looks at your boundaries as something that can overextend onto her, fellas. This is the reason why I always tell you that women are actually quite polygamous. If you're very masculine and you've got powerful boundaries and it's enough of a safe space to house multiple women, then they will be housed in that. Fellas. This is the reason why men are able to deal with multiple women at the same time, fellas. Okay? Because it's not how you think it is. The boundaries provide a woman with a safe space. That's what she wants. That's what she needs. This provides her with the tools that can allow her to actually emotionally regulate herself. The woman wants to be emotionally regulated. She wants homeostasis. This is what the woman wants. She wants nothing else. You can convince a highly monogamous woman to be part of your rotation if you can provide her with emotional regulation. The reason why she goes so against it, the woman who go on like she will never share a man, is because she believes that she can never have that safe space provided for her by a man that she's sharing with other women. And trust me, fellas, if you can show this woman actually, yeah, you can, then she will conform and she will find her place sharing you. One thing that I do with women in general, family members, the family of the woman I'm dealing with, the friends of the woman I'm dealing with, I always beef them. Because something's going to happen to where they are infringing on my privacy, infringing on my boundaries, and infringing on my respect, trying to emasculate me, right? Trying to get information from me and spreading it loosely. You guys don't actually understand that you need to fight for peace. If you see my life, I have a very peaceful life, a very regulated life. Most people cannot fathom or comprehend the life that I have. And I have to be very careful when talking about my life, because it always comes across as boasting and it comes across as lying to individuals who've never experienced or anything like the life that I have. The degree of respect and accommodation I'm given, but I always have to fight for it. You fellas who won't beef someone's mum, beef someone's sister, beef someone's dad for sharing information, going to someone's house and speak and telling them, listen, do not ever talk my business ever again. Do you understand? Right? Like, you guys have no idea the beef I've actually had to go through, because just in the loose ways that women spread information, you can go through a really, really bad spell in your life. You could really, really be on the floor. And if you've got women around you that you've not conditioned, that you've not punished and disciplined, that you've not vetted, that you've not shown how to treat you, how to behave in regarding you, then they can really, really have a negative impact on your life by spreading all types of information, very private information. No information is private to the woman. She will share this information to anybody for a number of reasons. But as I said, one of the main reasons is she likes to be in the know. It's a form of power, being in the know, especially a narcissist. This is their biggest form of power, and the way they spread information, because this is how they can control narratives, spin narratives, create narratives out of nowhere, and really actually have an impact in her life and the life of others. So, I've had to beef everybody to get that respect with women. When it comes to women, respect is never given, it's earned. You've got to take that shit. You got to take that shit. You don't even demand that shit. Like, you go to war for that stuff. With men, it's quite different. The masculine man will give you respect until you give him a reason to not respect you. This is the reason why I like masculine men. This is the reason why I can identify a masculine man from a mile away. This is the reason why a masculine man is very easy for this man to be my friend or to be in my inner circle, because that respect is just there. The language of respect is just there. They know how to communicate. They know how to carry themselves, conduct themselves. They've grown in dignity, integrity, and all of the higher values and the characteristics. If you're a masculine man and you meet another masculine man, you've got so many things in common. So many things are unspoken. So many things don't have to be said. What is understood don't have to be explained. All right, a masculine man can give you understanding and doesn't need to know you. You know, and then when you're dealing with anything that's not masculine, they're always committed to misunderstanding you because, again, that's another form of power. That's another form of power. All right, having to explain yourself and feeling like these things is what the feminine does. It's a form of power. It's a way to enroll you onto their control and abuse mechanisms. So when it comes to masculine man, it's a different ballgame. But when it comes to everything that's not masculine, especially the woman, oh, no. You have to you have to get your respect through trial and flame, blood and sweat. All right. So you can't avoid these things, fellas. You can't be conflict avoidant. All of the things that you want with women lie at the other side of conflict. Everything that you want with a woman will be given to you. Scratch that. You take it for yourself after conflict, after battles, after war, straight up. You know, I live in a world right now where every woman around me will literally text me and message me if they're allowed to say very, very small pieces of information to another person because of the punishments and the battles that they've had to go through with me through talking about my business to other people. I don't play this stuff at all. Privacy is one of my highest values, and respect is very bloody important to me. All right. So you guys really need to actually understand how important your boundaries are with women. They don't listen or understand or feel anything else when it comes to you as a man. You're not a woman. She has a different way of dealing with other weak things that she's not invested in, that she's not going to have the babies of. All right. But when it comes to you, a romantic option, an option of investment, you got to understand the only thing she feels is your power and your boundaries. Guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you for the support. Again, I'm going to get around to all of you guys that have emailed me. I love you guys so much. I'm working on other things, community things, so we can all get together, like-minded individuals, all get together and really grow and develop with each other. You know I teach you guys so many things, but you guys teach me so many things. You guys have no idea how much I have a community with you guys already, but you guys don't get to share it amongst yourselves. I am in a lovely position to where I know all of you guys, but you guys don't know each other yet. All right. And as I said, I know you guys learn things from me, but I learn things from you all of the time, fellas, all of the time. So I will never, ever stop making content because of all of the things that I learned from you guys. And so I'm going to stop being greedy. And having all you guys to myself. I'm going to make a community, which will be vetted, of course. Don't you worry, fellas. There's not going to be no swines here, right? We don't cast pearls in front of swines. My YouTube is such a good vetting process because, fellas, if you actually understand the amount of people I've blocked, you will understand that I don't really care about growing as much as you guys think I care about growing. By the way, I've eclipsed 10,000 followers, so thank you guys so much. But I don't care about that. I've probably blocked about 100 people, fellas, and I mean people who do watch all of my videos. But I don't like you. You're not a part of my people. You know? You're not a part of my people. Trust me. Not only do I block people who are disrespectful to me, but I block people who are disrespectful to you guys. People who leave condescending comments on the back end of your comments. I block these guys. I don't like these guys. These guys are not supposed to be here. All right? So trust me, I promise you, in this community, it's just upstanding citizens, fellas. Trust me. All right? Upstanding citizens. There will be women in this community as well, but don't you worry, fellas. Upstanding women with actually quite elements of the masculine spirit, value-driven women who are committed to growth and development. Okay? So I'm going to make this community for you guys. It's going to be on Patreon, and I'm going to have different communities, but it's going to be on Patreon. All right? You guys let me know what you think. I'm going to do the Patreon for $5.99. I think that's quite fair. Let me know what you think. Can you guys please give me suggestions for the Patreon as well? You know, I'm thinking about uploading a video there, one video a week. It's like 4 videos a month there with all other stuff, but literally 4 videos a month. And on top of that, Just me yapping as well. Just me yapping, unedited shit. It's going to be a real place. I think it's going to be real value for money. But I'm thinking $5.99 a month. What do you guys think? And can you guys give me some suggestions as well, please, for it? Let's build this community. Let's build this community. There's going to be community leaders in here as well. There's going to be community leaders in this Patreon as well. All right. But anyway, love you guys so much. I'll see you on the next one.